It's these nerds. They're too little too late. I've already claimed all of the Colossi. My hand doesn't look normal. Looks like kind of bluish. That's not good. Oh, what? I'm gonna be up while my shadows are up? That never happens. I had become a demon man? Oh, what? I'm playing? I am now the doorman. Square to attack. Okay, yeah, cool. I looked like it hurt. No, that's my sword. I called dibs on that. I stole it fair and square. How do I, like, turn around? I'm too massive. This is not easy to work with. I can also, like, see nothing. 40% of the screen is always just dormant. Where on what? This game's controls are so janky. Hey, I'm coming for you. Eventually, one day. I can jump, apparently. Holy cow, this is awful. Okay, here we go. Now I'm moving. This is almost as bad as controlling the horse. It might actually be worse. I can't, like, tell how I'm moving at all. Okay, thank goodness. Can I... Oh, yeah. I was about to say, can I control anything here? Just jump a lot. No, stop. Please, no. Magical light, leave me alone. I once controlled you. I actually can't do anything. Okay, here we go. Just hopscotch. No, game, stop. Let me hopscotch. Oh my goodness. Like, is there any way to stop this whole rolling thing? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to not be able to get out of this. Because when it starts making me roll, I actually just can't stop. Well, maybe. Hold up. No, never mind. There we go again. Yeah, we get a certain distance into the game, just makes me roll infinitely almost. Do I have scars? Stop! Some sections of this game are actually just the epitome of tedious. I swear. You know what? I'm done. Just take me. I don't care. I actually just can't even be bothered to keep doing this hopscotch over and over again. No. Well, there goes the bridge. There's no getting back there ever again, I guess. Oh no, you were definitely dead. There's no way. Get out of here with this. That horse is dead. He did not live that fall. I don't care how much he's limping. He died. There's no way. Credit where credit is due. Got all the way back here and he can't use his back left leg. Dedication. In memory of Susan Benedict, heart of our studio, touch lives every day. Encourage us with words of kindness and strength, and forever will be grateful. Thanks to you. I think I have already forgotten her name. I'm sorry. I think it was Susan something. But thanks to you for, you know, the things that you did. This is a really good game. All right. I had a bit of a not-so-fun ending, I will admit. And I'm going to try my best not to let that skew the sort of like pseudo-review I'm going to give here. Because that's a thing that can happen a lot, is when I get really annoyed at the end of a game, it can make me see the entire game as a whole less, because it's the most recent thing in my memory because I just did it. But anyways, this is a good game. Absolutely. Really good game. Not, in my opinion, like the best game ever, which I'm sure some people have this as like their favorite game of all time. Reasonably so, I'm sure, because they probably played it when they were young in like 2005. But it was a good game. I did really enjoy it. It's very short, which is just the nature of the kind of game it is. So I don't really hold that against it. The fact that it is so short makes me think that there's no point in them trying to extend time, which sometimes I felt like they did, namely the 16th Colossus, and I think it was like the 11th Colossus, the first like tiger-sized one we fought, the one that was actually like near our size, where the Colossus just never stopped shaking, so you almost never got a chance to hit it, and that was actually infuriating, and I hated every second of it, because it's just like artificially lengthening the time by making it more annoying than anything else. And I don't like it. Because the monster, like, if it's shaking itself occasionally to try and, like, run out your stamina, yeah, that adds some difficulty. Making it where the Colossus just never stops shaking, so you almost never get a chance to hit, that's just annoying. And it gets boring. And I hate it. So that's, you know, that's me personally, obviously. But I don't like it. My biggest complaints is, because normally when I do these reviews, I talk about what I dislike more than what I do like. But, because that's just the way I am. I'm a negative person, I guess. But, also they're showing us, like, the corpses of all the Colossus, I think, right now. But, worst parts of the game, controlling aggro. Controlling aggro is actually awful, and I hate it. I don't care if it's like, oh, where they tried to make it more realistic, you know, horses aren't easy to actually guide in real life. I don't care. I'm playing a video game. I don't want it to be super realistic. I want it to be relatively realistic to where it's not, like, absolutely stupid in some of the stuff it does, but the horse controls do not need to be realistic. I could not care less. I care more about me not being annoyed when trying to use a pivotal part of the game, more so than I do about it being realistic. So I hated that. The camera, I know that the camera is set up sometimes to be more cinematic than anything else, but do I need to stop talking? Are they gonna do stuff? Okay, well, now it's continuing. Alright, well, this is really unfortunate. Unless I come back to life or something somehow. I hope I do. Because as it is right now, I don't really like this ending, but we'll see. What was I saying? I know the camera is sometimes supposed to be more focused on being cinematic to, like, make it look more engaging and, like, more incredible, but sometimes it's just really stupid and really annoying, more so than anything else. And I hate it. I care more about me being able to actually, like, control what I'm doing and be able to see well than I do a really cinematic shot. If I want to focus on cinematography looking stuff, I'll go watch a movie instead of play a video game. Am I a baby? What? I have horns? What on earth is this ending? Where do you think you're going, Aggro? They broke the bridge. There's no point in going up there, girl. You're just gonna have to come back down. Alright, well, this is weird. But yeah, the camera got on my nerves sometimes. The Colossus, when they would just never stop shaking, so you never even had, like, half a second to try and do anything, was really annoying. Aggro's controls are trash, and I will consider them trash until the end of my days, and nothing will ever make me think otherwise. I think other than that, those are really the only complaints I have. There were a couple of Colossus that I didn't like. I didn't like the 16th Colossus. I think it's too much of a leap in logic for the game to set up this. Here's what you do. You get on the weak point, you hit the weak point, you jump from one spot to another. You do that like 4 times. This time, however, instead, you just hit a point that is not a weak point randomly. So, you know, I hope you randomly think that you're supposed to hit the square button and then pull out a bow and shoot a weak point. Is a pretty... To set up such a standard of jumping from, like, hitting a point, jumping to the next point, moving a bit, and then hitting another point and jumping to the next point, and then to suddenly make it so different, I'm not a fan of, because I never once would have thought of that. Like, ever. I never would have thought to have just stabbed it for no reason, when there's clearly not a weak point on it, instead of trying to locate a spot to jump at, like I had every other single time I moved into a location. So, I wasn't a huge fan of that. The first, like, tiger-looking Colossus that we faced, I didn't like it. It was dumb. Mostly because I don't like how hitting one altar... The first altar that gets hit on that one drops the fire stick, and then no other altar will drop a fire stick. So if you don't notice that first fire stick, you just get confused. Or at least that's what happened to me. And then... I didn't really like the goat one in the water. But, dude, I pretty much loved the other 13. So, 13 out of 16, great enjoyment. That's a good ratio. I'll take that ratio. I imagine anyone who plays this game is gonna dislike at least 2 Colossus. Just through the process of random numbers. I find it highly unlikely that someone played this game and was like, I love every single Colossus, they're all great. There's gotta be, like, everyone had to have had that 1 or 2 Colossus where they're just like, man, I didn't get this one, or I really didn't like the way this one was set up. Surely. I would assume. I'm sure there's always outliers. There are some people who are just like, every single one of them was a masterpiece, I loved it all. But I imagine the majority of people who play the game are like, oh yeah, this is a really fun game, I loved it. There was this one Colossus, or, you know, Colossus 5 and Colossus 13 I really didn't like, or something like that. But, I don't remember the exact numbers, but Colossus 16, I think it was Colossus 13 was the giant goat, lightning goat in the water, and then was it Colossus 9 or Colossus 10 that was the first tiger-shaped one that I didn't like? I don't know. There were 3 Colossus that I didn't like. I enjoyed all of the others. Overall, it's a very fun game. It's, I love the way that the bosses are, like, puzzles that you kind of sort of have to figure out. It's really good. Sometimes they're a little too much of a puzzle. 16th Colossus being my main point 2 for that. But, other than that, it was really fun. I enjoyed it a great deal. It was a really good game. I'm glad I played it. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I didn't play it in 2005 because I was like 10 years old and I probably would have hated everything because I was way worse at video games back then than I am now. I probably would have figured out how to kill like the first 2, maybe the 3rd one, and then I would have started to just get confused and I would have been mad. So I'm glad I played it now instead of when I was young. But overall, it's a really good game. Would highly recommend. Great fun. Is this the end? Are we done? No, still going. I really don't understand this ending, and I also don't like it, because apparently I've turned into a demon baby, which sucks. I knew that Dorman had to have been, like, using us in some... At the end, there we go. It makes sense that Dorman was, like, using us in the end. That was cool. That made sense. I don't like that, we turned into an infant. I don't really understand that. But whatever. To enter time attack mode, press R2 in front of a Colossus statue in the shrine. No, thank you. New Game Plus and Mirrored World modes are now available. No, thank you again. Bearer of the Curse. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Game over. I wonder if there are multiple endings to this game where you can, like, get an ending where you're not a small child. Is this the opening? This is the opening sequence, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But there, we're done. That took me over 2 hours. I was expecting to take an hour and a half the most. Holy cow. I am hopefully going to be able to render out at least 2 of these before I have to go to Black Panther. But we'll see how it goes. There you have it. All Colossi defeated. Took me a little over 5 hours of in-game time. Pretty nice. So yeah, well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I'm not going to do any of the New Game Plus stuff or Time Attack. I really don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I did really enjoy this game. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it has no replayability. I don't want to go back. Like, I'm thinking back to, like, the 3rd Colossus right now. I don't want to go fight the 3rd Colossus again. I fought him, like, a week and a half ago. It's still fresh on my mind. I know exactly what to do. It's just going to be repeating the process, except maybe in Time Attack mode where I have to do it in a certain amount of time. That just doesn't sound enjoyable to me. I guess I could play it on hard mode or something. I bet hard mode just makes it where you get hit for more damage, and I only died against 2 Colossus as a result of losing health. I think that was the 16th one, and then there was another one, but I don't remember who it was. I think it was the Salamander, because I accidentally walked into his little pocket of death that he makes with his breath attack, and I wasn't paying attention. So, yeah. I don't think hard mode would be insanely different from normal mode, unless it actually does change up some of the Colossus' strategies or something. I don't know. But, yeah, this game, it feels like, to me, can't be played back-to-back. At least not for me. I wouldn't want to play this game back-to-back. Like, I don't want to go fight any of the Colossi again, because I've already beat them all. Recently. Like, 6 months to a year from now, I'll probably be like, yo, let's go try the Time Attack thing. It's been a while since I picked up Shadow of the Colossus. So, and maybe I'll do that on the channel at some point. Or you know what? That actually sounds like a great thing to stream, because I'm supposed to be getting back to streaming in the summer when I finally get good internet. So, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But, this is it. This is the end. I don't know how many videos this is because there's so much I have to cut out. It's Elgato says I've been recording for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I don't know how much of that has to be removed from the footage. I don't know how the videos are going to be cut up or anything. Hopefully in at least semi-decent fashion that doesn't look awful. But, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you all for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. I got a little frustrated at the end, but, you know, it happens. Stupid cutscene is loading even though I don't want it to. But this is the end of Shadow of the Colossus. I'm not doing Time Attack or anything like that. I might stream it one day, but I have too many other playthroughs to be trying to do something like Time Attack when I don't even really want to do it. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on other playthroughs of some kind. And until then, farewell.